Hello everybody, thank you for joining Game Gumshoes. This is Chris, and tonight I have a video for a game called Think Again. It's by Scorpion Masque or Iello, depending on whether you want the creator or the distributor. Think Again is a fun little trivia game. It masquerades itself as a card game. As you can see, the deck is completely and totally square. It is actually really easy to shuffle considering its size. Like I said, this is the deck. I would say it's probably a 2x2 or 2x2 square. The box looks like this, and the nice thing about the box is that it has a magnetic closure on the end here, so you can actually open it up. And as you can see, the box isn't too much bigger than the cards, so it really makes it nice and convenient, almost like a regular deck of cards. And like I said, magnetic closure, it can be jostled around a little bit and you won't have to worry about your cards falling out. Now, another cool thing about this game is this is your rule book. Yes, it is 6 cards, and each of them are basically double-sided to give you all the rules. And the nifty thing about them is, if you see right here at the bottom of this card, it tells you about how they donate money to replant trees for every tree that's cut down to create their game. Now, Think Again, like I said, is a trivia game that disguises itself as a card game. Now, here's the cool thing that makes it such an interesting thing, aside from being easily transportable and something you can play anywhere and everywhere you would want to play a game. Thing is, you have questions, and each card has 6 questions on it. There's a little glare there, but there's 6 questions. Some have answers, some do not. It all depends on whether or not there is a set answer to the question or if it's a vague question. So, like, if I were to ask you, Little Red Riding Hood is eaten by what animal? And, you would come up with wolf if you wanted the correct answer, or you could say a sheep if you wanted the wrong answer. Now, you wonder, why is he saying if I want the right answer or the wrong answer? Well, the thing about Think Again is, as you have someone reading off their card, which they'll be holding like this, they'll also take the stack of cards and hold up something like this. Now, here, you'll see that there is a genius, a green circle, and the word right. Now, this indicates whether or not you want to give the right answer or the correct answer to the question. So if I saw the genius, the green light, or the word right, then when it came to Little Red Riding Hood is eaten by what animal, I would say wolf. Now, if I were to happen to see these 3, the wrong, or my wrong in the center, the red square, or the guy in the dunce hat, or semi-dunce hat, because it's 2 little peaks rather than just the one dunce cap. I guess he's especially stupid. But if it's either the wrong, the red square, or the dunce cap, then you would want to get the answer wrong, which, so if someone were to say Little Red Riding Hood and you were to see wrong, then you would want to answer something like sheep or whatever. Now, the thing is, you want to blurt it out faster than anyone else. Something I do recommend, it's not something that's included with the game, but you can run down to your local party store or dollar store or something of that nature that sells really cheap stuff and look for fans or paddles or something like that. And you can create your own paddles to indicate, who is trying to answer first. It cuts down on a lot of arguing, I promise you, and There's not a lot of people going, wait a minute, I said that first, and it just gets old. It really does. But you can make it fun by adding the paddles, or you can just say, well, I did hear that person first. The only problem is you've got to worry about the whole favoritism aspect of it, and that gets a little old. Now, when you're reading your questions off the back of the card here, you get your choice as to which question you want to read. So, you can pick one that you think is really hard. I guess on this particular card, which two fingers do we use to make the V sign for peace or victory? And the answer to the question, if you wanted the correct answer, would be index and middle finger. Pick any other two if you want the wrong answer. All the way down to something as simple as, we pepper with which spice? We pepper with which spice? If you can't get it, just go ahead and go there. Now, that being said, Think Again can be anywhere between 3 and 10 players, and you can do it as individuals or teams, depending on how you like it. In fact, there's group rules in here that I'm not exactly going to go over, because I want you to buy the game and look at the rules and have fun with the rules and stuff like that. Now, it does say that it's for ages 10 and up, but considering how vague some of the questions are, like what pepper or what spice do you pepper with, I think some young kids could get the answers right. It's just your option. I think you could probably go as young as probably 8 on some of these things. But that's just a general overview. I do think it's kind of fun because, like I said, you can take it anywhere, you can play with it, and you don't have to worry about offending too many people or anything like that if you're playing it out in public. And you can always hey, I don't know who you are. You want to come and join our game? Because there are questions in here that make it interesting to where you can start introducing yourself to other players of the game. Like, what's the name of the player to the right of me? That is a question. And, people can say, this person is this person. But if the question is wrong, then you can blurt it out and then verify, what the person's name actually is and stuff like that. So, like I said, chance to learn a few things because they have simple little facts that you can pick up on. It gets your brain thinking because, you may be naturally inclined to give the correct answer, but when someone throws up wrong or, the red square or even the dunce guy, you're going to be like, just to try to get the wrong answer. I mean, there's one question in here on what color are the Smurfs? In fact, it's one of their examples. What color are the Smurfs? And you've got to get it wrong. Do you automatically blurt out blue, or do you go, let's go green? Hopefully you get the red square and you go, it's red, they're red. That way you're less inclined to screw it up and gain the card. Now, with the single player option, you're going to play for... I think it's 6 rounds. Yeah. Each player gets to reads questions off 6 times. And then the person with the most points wins. Now, I say points in the single player option. You can just say, okay, you got this, and then hand a card off to the person who won it. In the team mode, the way the scoring goes is based on one of 3 rounds. The first round is 1 point, second round it's 2 points, third round is 3 points. So you may need scratch paper for that sort of thing. But like I said, I'm going to let you read that in the rules. Anyhow, this was Think Again by the Scorpion Masque, or Iello, in the United States. And, feel free to pick it up at your local store. And thank you for joining me, Chris, here with Game Gumshoes.